Okay, everyone. So today in class, we discussed this problem where we were asked to find the magnitude of the resultant force and its direction to the x-axis. So we already explained everything in a previous class, magnitude, direction, all of that. So what we wanted to do is use Onshape to check our work. So what we're going to do here is we are going to sketch out the original problem, and we're going to see how Onshape will solve this for us. So I am going to just put in my forces, which will be my y and x axes. And then I have F1 here and F2 here. So I'm going to give these dimension and direction as shown in the problem. This has a force of 100 and this has a force of 150. So you can see that sometimes when you put in a dimension that the size of your sketch may change. You can just zoom in, zoom out, whatever you need. And we recall that in order to find the resultant, that's going to be the diagonal in our parallelogram. So we need to sketch out our parallel forces, right? And in order for them to be parallel, we need to make sure that we are using the parallel constraint here. And then we can sketch in our resultant, which will be from point to point in our parallel. So that will be between F1 and F2. And by hand, we use trigonometric laws. We use cosine law and then sine law. So we needed to figure out what this angle was first, right? And we made that assumption because that angle was already given. So that turned red. And I'm thinking we actually don't need it, but I'll put it back. That means that there was a constraint there that I wasn't supposed to use. So that's easy enough. We can just fix it. All right. And let's see, using parallelogram law, we know that this angle and the angle opposite are the same. So the sum of the angles in our parallelogram is 360. So if we subtract those two angles from 360 and then we divide by 2, we will get this angle right here. If we don't divide by 2, we will get the sum of this angle and that angle. We only need one. All right, so we have that angle. And notice that Onshape is making the assumptions for us. We don't even need our calculator. All right, so we needed to figure out what the magnitude of that was. So all we have to do is just ask Onshape what it is. And here we needed to find this angle from FR to F1. And then once we get that, we can add that 15 to that angle right there. But since I don't want to add, I don't want to use any calculators, let me just ask Onshape for that answer. And there we have it. All right, so if there are any questions, please let me know. If you would like for me to make another video, including how to do some of the calculus and pre-calculus problems, then put a comment or a question down in the comments or chat and let me know. Thanks, everyone.